That day I grabbed that diaper though and it was that doodle on my finger, I thought it was over for me.
Palace, what you cooking?
Why the only one that never lied to me was a scare? Feel like the only one that I can trust is my Glock. Ain't speaking in the streets cause in my cell ain't get no mail. Would you really talk to me if I never call? I've been going through some things and I've been trying to explain, but it's hard to talk. I've been trying to maintain.
Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing my 1 week postpartum update. I didn't get to do it exactly 1 week from the day I gave birth, but it's close enough. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything I went through, my experience, what my belly looks like the day after I gave birth, and today, which is, we're just going to say 1 week. I'm going to start off by saying I was 130 before I got pregnant, 125 ranging to 130, and then I was 165 the last time I got weighed before I gave birth. And then after, I want to say 2 days after, I was 148. I haven't been weighed since then, but I can only imagine that I've continued to lose weight because of all the blood loss. So I'm going to show you the picture of my stomach the next day, because I know that's probably what half of you guys are here for, just to see what my stomach did. And I know when I look at videos for like certain information, I don't want to watch anything else. I just want to get straight to the point, so I'm like searching through the video and whatnot. So I'm just gonna make it easier for you. But so I'm gonna start off with my birth experience, the actual pushing out the baby. I had an epidural. I started my epidural at 2 centimeters because I was having contractions and dilating since May 9th, and I went to the hospital that day because I thought my water broke, but actually it was my mucus plug, if you watched my other videos. So they sent me home, and the next day I started having them really bad, and they let me come in early around 3. And since I was just having them so bad, they were like, listen, we'll put you on the epidural if that's what you want. And I was like, bet. I thought that if you get the epidural too early, it can wear off, and by the time you have the baby, they can't give it back to you. So I was like, but they actually give you a little button that you press every time you're in pain, and that will give you more medication. So I was clicking on that button. I'm just kidding, I really wasn't. Like, once they put it in there, it was like beautiful. Like, I was having contractions, I was looking at them on the monitor, but I didn't feel anything. So pushing out the baby didn't hurt. I didn't feel myself tearing or anything. The only thing that hurt was my back and my pelvic area and my arms, just because I was there pushing for like 3 hours and I was just like really sore and tired. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you guys what happened to my leg. I ended up getting nerve damage in my leg. I Google self-diagnosed myself, so I don't know if it's true. The doctor told me that it would be gone like the next day, and it was just because of the position I was pushing in for so long. That's what damaged the nerve, but it has not gone away yet. So I did my own Google research, and I'll show you what I think it is. So yeah, I think that it's that, and I think that it's that because everyone else that has it has the same experience I had, where they thought that epidural was off. They let her go to the bathroom and her leg buckled, and it's in the same place. It's from my knee to my hip. Is in that front thigh area, not my inner thigh, not the back, in the front of my leg. And my leg will just buckle. I can't walk on it. I couldn't walk on it for the longest. I would fall every single time. Not fall. Chris was helping me, so I didn't fall like to the ground. I just buckled, and I would have. But it's a lot better now. I did fall a couple times, like fall a couple times. But not when I had the baby in my hand, thank God. And when I had the baby in my hand, I walk super careful, and I just leave it like my knee locked because I will not fall if my knee is locked. It only hurts when I bend. Besides that, yeah, that's what happened to my leg, and it sucks, especially going up and down stairs. I couldn't do that until yesterday, and even yesterday I kind of fell on like the second to last step. So give or take, it just kind of sucks. Yeah. So emotions. So I know you know that your hormones don't just leave immediately after you give birth. They have to kind of like level out. So at least me, I cried for like no reason. I have a cat, his name is Stitch, and basically when we was at the hospital, I guess no one let him in the house because he did not come back home for like 2 days, and no one saw him since the day we went to the hospital, which was Sunday, and we got back Wednesday, Thursday, and no one saw him. So I was super emotional, and Chris was just like, listen, he's probably not gonna come back, so just prepare yourself now. And I was like, don't tell me that. Like, it was just terrible. Like, I just cried for no reason. Like, I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like and that's about it. So tired and overwhelmed. You will feel tired and overwhelmed your first week and a half too. They said that's completely normal just because you just had a baby. It's all new to you. Your hormones are kind of everywhere. Taking care of a baby is not easy. I know they just poop, sleep, and eat, but when they're not poop, sleep, and eat, they are awake, and you gotta figure out what they want. And sometimes you feed them and you change them, and they don't want to go to sleep. They just want to be up, pouting. So you just gotta wake up and stay up and deal with it. So you're tired. Laundry is hard to do with a baby because when he sleep, you want to sleep. So you kind of just see the laundry everywhere, and you're just like, dang, I have to clean my baby's room, and then you feel overwhelmed. So just give yourself a break at least the first week, and just don't do anything, and just take care of the baby. My relationships. So I don't know if you heard this, but I heard having a baby ruins relationships. My relationship is perfectly fine. If anything, we've gotten closer because of the baby. At first, it was kind of like I was super proud of him because I didn't think he was going to step up as much as he did. I just kind of thought he was going to look at me crazy the whole time we were there. So he actually did pretty good, and he actually did a lot of things that he said he wasn't going to do, like cut the cord or hold the baby immediately after he was born because he was too scared of hurting him. He changed his first diaper. He didn't want to do that. He just changed his first poop diaper today. So he's doing pretty good. He didn't want to feed the baby. He fed the baby 3 days after. I think once he saw me feeding the baby and I had the bottle kind of like on my chin, I think he felt a little better because he was like, this is not as hard as he thought it was. This is his first baby experience. He has like no experience with babies whatsoever. So he's doing pretty good. We did make a little arrangement where he has baby during the day, which is how I'm able to make this video, and I have baby during the night because he is no help during the night. This boy is like, he's there, but he's not there. So, yeah. I don't see us breaking up anytime soon. And if we were to break up, it's not going to be because of the baby. Appetite. I don't have any appetite whatsoever. I can definitely forget to eat during the day. I try not to just because I am breastfeeding and I have to keep food in my system. I get full super fast. Everything I ate before, I have to eat in like 1/3 of the portion I ate before because I get full super quick. I'll probably eat like half of a burger and I'll be like, oh, I can't eat anymore, or maybe 2 fries. That's about it. So yeah, Chris will like literally have to remind me to eat because I just don't have any interest in food whatsoever. Headaches, fevers, and chills. So the medication they gave me, which is Motrin, it kind of gave me side effects as in fevers and chills. Fevers and headaches, not chills, sorry. So whenever I would take my medication, about 30 minutes after, I would get a headache and a fever. Well, I felt feverish. The highest I went is 101. And I would just kind of lay there and feel really terrible, which makes me cry because I'm emotional, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And it kind of sucked. So I did stop taking my medication yesterday because I'm not in that much pain anymore. And if I do get in pain, I'm just going to deal with it because having a headache and a fever really sucks trying to take care of the baby. And I just couldn't do it. It just hurt too bad. So I stopped taking the medication, and that was about it. So for the chills, when I'm sleeping, I sweat terribly, like drenched, dripping. They say that's normal because you're sweating out all your water weight. But while I'm sweating and I'm physically hot, I feel cold, so I'm like bundled up in like 2 more blankets because I'm freezing and I'm just like sweating life away. So be prepared for that. There is, I think it's called night sweats, but it's not only at night, it's just anytime you're sleeping. So you might want to like put a pee mat or a disposable mat under you while you're sleeping too, or under your sheets, so you can save your mattress or get a waterproof pad because you will sweat. So, mommy instinct. I was terribly afraid that it was going to take me like at least 3 weeks for my mom instinct to kick in. I do have siblings that I did help raise, and I also have daycare experience, and I also went to college for early childhood development. So, me and other people's babies, I was always good at, but I just felt like it's been so long since I took care of a newborn that I was just not going to remember how to do it. So I want to say the night before we left the hospital, or the day before we left the hospital, I started walking around on my leg. I didn't pick the baby up. I just kind of walked around myself, stretched it out, had Christopher help me. So I ended up getting some sleep. I slept the whole night. They brought the baby to the nursery to do all his shots, and he had a little bit of jaundice, so they took him to do all that. So I ended up getting some sleep. I ended up getting food in my stomach, and my stomach felt a lot better. So I ended up walking around and getting up, and once I started doing that and taking care of the baby, it was like a switch, and I just instantly knew what I was doing, which makes a huge difference for me because I was supposed to have my grandma and my mom come from, my mom was coming from Florida, my grandma was coming from New York to help me, and because of the virus, obviously they couldn't do that because they didn't want to risk it. So I was alone for most of the time, and it was just good that I knew what to do like immediately because I took care of him real good. I didn't really need any help that much. So it was like the help I needed was like, can you make me a bottle, just because I didn't want to get up, or can you bring me a diaper? Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, please take him, I don't know what to do, he's crying nonstop and oh my god, help me. It wasn't like that. Visiting during the virus. Okay, so there is a virus going around. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been, but obviously the virus, my family lives in New York and Florida, and those were like the top places that were bad. So they can't come visit the baby, so we just kind of been FaceTiming. It's literally killing them not to be able to come see him because we all planned on, you know, them coming to see him. And that's very hard for me as well because they were not here my whole pregnancy just because people had to work and planes are expensive. So they were supposed to all come for my baby shower, which I was looking forward to, but of course that got canceled, and now they can't be here to meet him, which is also devastating. So we're kind of just waiting to get out. And we don't really know how old he'll be when they meet him, so we kind of just FaceTime every day. For the most part, Chris's mom, grandma, aunt, and sister and dad met the baby because they live in Virginia, so at least he's having some family in his life. I just wish that some of the family was mine, and that's about it. Epidural. So the epidural was the scariest part for me because I heard that if you move, you just get paralyzed, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I heard the needle was like this big and this thick. So I was terrified to get it, but the amount of pain I was in, I was like, listen, I'm going to deal with this needle and be completely happy and numb after. So when I got the epidural, the part that hurt the most was him numbing the area, which was a normal shot, and then I didn't feel anything else after that. You had to sit still for 15 minutes, but I laughed. I started laughing, and the nurse thought I was crying. I was sleep deprived, and when I get sleep deprived, I get goofy, and everything is funny to me. Her putting an IV in my arm was funny to me, like it was just terrible. But yeah, it didn't hurt for me past the point of the numbing. He was like, I'm just gonna numb it, and he numbed it and did everything else. He was like, okay, done. I was like, what? Where's the pain at? I did get dizzy. I was sitting like this because you have to like put your spine out, and I kind of felt like the bed was kind of turning in circles, but that was about it. So your wardrobe. So your new wardrobe as a mother is a nursing bra, a robe, and your diaper or panties and pads. I don't put pants on unless I need to put pants on, like right now or when Christopher has his friends over, but for the most part, I'm in my diaper and my nursing bra, and that's about it. Like, who wants to change in and out of clothes all day? Not me. Postpartum is a very, very messy thing, and I just want to let you know, if you are a girl that is afraid to like poop or toot in front of your boyfriend, get over it now because he's gonna see a lot, and if you don't want him to see that, I don't know what to tell you unless you're gonna tell him he can't be there for the birth of his child, because pregnancy is a messy thing and you're gonna be super embarrassed to fart or burp, which you will do pregnant, because you never did it before. And I'm not coming for you at all because I used to be one of them girlfriends. I used to have to send my boyfriend to like the store to get a gallon of milk because I wanted to poop or my stomach hurt and I had to fart or go to the kitchen to let it loose or whatever. But like I said, I would suggest you to get over that as soon as you get pregnant, because pregnancy to postpartum is a nasty thing, and he's gonna see some things that you might not want him to see, but you're just gonna have to trust and believe that he's gonna just get through it with you, because it is embarrassing and it is nasty, and I know you don't want him to see you like that, but you're birthing his child. He needs to understand. Me, I was never like that with Chris. I was like that with every other one of my boyfriends, but with Chris, I was always just an open book, and burping and farting and pooping and everything else never affected me nor him. He didn't really care. I didn't really care. So, like I said, the day after, he literally came in the bathroom and washed me as blood was gushing out my vagina. Like, when I took a shower, he literally soaped me up, rinsed me off, dried me up, and then had to rinse me off again because blood got all over the towel because I didn't stop leaking. So he had to take the other thing and like rinse my legs off and hurry up and put a diaper on me. So like I said, have somebody there that's going to support you through it, because you're going to need a lot of help. And if you're going to be nervous to ask your man for help going to the bathroom after you give birth, I just wouldn't have him there, because you're going to need all the help that you can get. Like, that's just what it is. I'm going to try to get him to tell you about his first week postpartum. Don't depend on it. Don't depend on him saying a lot. Just, we'll see what happens. All right. Give me a, how you feel about your 1 week postpartum?
What do you mean postpartum?
Your first week as a father.
I don't know. Normal.
Not like how do you feel, but like how has it been with dealing with me and the baby and life?
I've been dealing with you, so that's nothing really added on to that.
Any advice for a new father or something?
Nope.
So you're not gonna tell him nothing. You're just gonna
wait a week before you do anything.
Like what?
Let the mama handle all of the circumcision, vaselining, the umbilical cord stuff. Yep. Because you mess something up, it's your ass.
Can you not curse? Can you not curse?
Ass any cuss word.
Okay. So that's all you gotta say to them?
Yep.
You don't have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Something nice. Like, this is going to be the best thing you ever experienced.
It's definitely going to be different. Expect the unexpected. I got doodle on my finger.
Wait, it blurred out. And you got peed on.
I almost got peed on. I might have not got peed on. The robe probably caught it.
The robe?
Yeah, but I definitely heard something. I looked back, they're over the place.
That's the diaper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I had to wait. He like,
Don't do my baby like that.
and I was like, you little sucker. You really gonna pee on me? You supposed to pee on your mama. We supposed to be cool. Never gave me a hard time. This is the first time I've been peed on. I feel so disrespected. I always promised myself if a nigga ever peed on me,
Chris,
it would be the end of his life.
move
I
nice.
can't end his life.
His life just started.
I know, and it's my son. I can't end it.
I'm glad you feel like that.
That day I grabbed that diaper though, and it was that doodle on my finger. I thought it was over for me. I watched you give birth. I done cut fish up. I done done some nasty stuff with my hands and wild animals and just cuts. But having that doodle on my fingertip killed it. It was, no. It was this finger too. And it was right there at the top. Look, I gotta put fingernail polish on. Brown, light brown fingernail polish.
How'd you get it on your finger?
I went to grab the diaper and I guess it was on a piece. I touched it, instantly got moist. And then I was definitely teed. I think I brought it back in to you after that. If I ain't mistaken.
So, a tip for new dads is
Wear
don't.
gloves. And a face mask with a shield. Because the pee might get you if you're not watching correctly.
But other than that, he's great.
And he won't pee while he's in front of you. He'll wait till you turn around and get a wipe and turn back around and he's full on. I ain't lying.
Oh, I know.
Oh. They fought like humans, full-grown humans.
They are human.
Now I'm talking about full-grown ones, adult humans. Terrible. I didn't think baby fart like that. Like, he be wild.
And the diaper be empty.
Empty. You think it's the worst thing coming for you.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so that was the end of my postpartum video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys took stuff out of it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment any other videos idea you have or questions. But yeah, that's about it. Bye-bye.
I said I love no one apart, but you don't believe that at all. You say you down whenever I need you, but is it true? Can I call? Say you won't leave, you here for me, but now I got second thoughts. Apologies for insecurities, I'm trying to let go my doubts. To be true, no, it ain't you, I'm just confused on my flaws. And I've been hurt, I've been abused, and it keep breaking me down. Feel like I'm cursed just to be used whenever I know I'm wrong. This lust, it hurts, so I take first 2 minutes.